So hello everyone. So today's topic I want to discussion today. The talk today is about.
I want to talk about.
Okay, let me now put that. Okay, even if
Okay.
I said to make video not easy. You just see me they go up and down.
Hello, everyone, and I want to welcome you once again to another wonderful episode of this thing called Love, Relationship, and Marriage. Yes, the talk today is about those men who complain that their women lie to them. This particular talk has been there that women always lie to their husband when they want to collect money. To the men now, I want to tell you the reasons why your wives lie to you when they want to collect money. In the days of our fathers and our mothers, when you see mostly women who live as housewives, complete housewives. What they just do, they just stay at home, cook for the husbands. Those days when people still go to farm, they escort their husbands to the farm, and they just depend on their husbands, completely depend on them. That was the days of our forefathers and all that. Till now, that even women became more exposed, and even then, though, women also do businesses, and now women have become very much exposed. A wise man once said, a wise man, mind you, I said man, I didn't even say woman. A wise man I knew, a preacher, once advised a group of young people and said that even if your wife is earning more than you should steal from your own earnings, your own money, still give your wife. So let me break it down so that I can hit very well so you understand what I'm trying to say here. If your wife is making 1 million and you are making 200K, from your 200K, still give your wife Oga. This is a table that is broken. We're not shaking the table, we're breaking it. Yeah, I know a lot of people, men are now like boiling and angry. He said, but you still give your wife. Why? I kind of understood what he was trying to say there. Because, like I said earlier on, this is you. You are playing your parts. Marriage has nothing to do with your wife's money except you're a good digger. Yes, it is your part. If your wife is a wise woman, people can work out something, okay? No. Because if you use an excuse of the fact that your wife is making more than you, and what then happens? So you are now using your money for yourself because she's making more than you, then her money should be used for the household. No. So it is advisable that you also give her money, buy her gifts, buy her stuff. That your wife is earning any more than you doesn't mean automatically you are entitled to her money. She's your wife, you married her, you are to care for her. But when there is that, what do they call it? It's koinonia. That means communion, fellowship. And you married a wise woman. Come on, she will know what to do. Automatically, her money becomes your money and your money becomes her money. But you are not entitled to her money. But anyway, that's not where we are going to because I don't want to destroy and break and scatter table here. Maybe that's going to be another this topic so that we can hit it very well where that man is coming from when he said that. Okay, so you should hold your fire for now. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to tell you why your wife lied to you. Your wife who is dependent on you. Let's say she's doing something, not much. She doesn't have much money also, and you like a wife who is dependent on you. There is nothing wrong when a wife is dependent on the husband. Okay, or let's say you give her money for housekeeping, feeding money, and for herself, and then she doesn't tell you the whole truth. She tells you lies and nothing but the lies. So let's see the reason why your wife does that. First of all, okay, you see many women when they want to buy stuff for the children, according to some men, if men know this, a lot of men are beginning to complain about this, and sometimes they begin to over monitor the money they give to their wives, the housekeeping money, the food money, and all that. They begin to over monitor it to the extent some men will carry biro They will carry list, biro, and they want to write the list. Oh yeah, Maggie, 100 naira. Pepper. They write the list and calculate it. And then a lot of men have become so, a lot of men now have so much trust issue that even when the wife is even saying the right thing, they are very suspicious that they have to slash it. Even when other women are saying the truth, because of the fact that it has become kind of a norm. I don't know what to call it, like a tradition that women will add money to the feeding, house feeding money, or book money for the children, or school fees money, depending on who is paying. Now it looks as if every time every other woman is lying. No, 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 no. But where I want to deal with is this. Why do you think your wife will be lying to you? Is it not a shameful thing that your wife, it is inside Golden More, Indomie, diapers, that your wife gonna add money that she will use for herself? Is it not a shameful thing? I know someone will come up to say, oh no, I'm giving her enough. Maybe she's just greedy. Let me tell you. You will know when you are giving your wife enough, even if she's adding money on it. Ask yourself, why is your wife lying, adding 500 naira, 1,000 naira on a pack of golden more, on a pack of provision? Why is your wife adding 500 naira, 1,000 naira on, on fish and chicken and meat and all that? Yes, you should ask yourself that. It's a very shameful thing that is where your wife gets money for her own personal upkeep. When your wife is doing that, that means the money you are giving her is not enough. If you come to the part that maybe you feel you're giving her enough and that she's just being greedy and she's very selfish, what do you think she's doing with that money? Is she building a secret house somewhere with the money on ice fish? Is she Did she buy a car, or is she gathering it, sending it to the village so that they can use it to get her lands and properties? With how much? So look at where your wife is adding money. She wants to go to market. If everything costs 20,000, she will say it's 25,000. She will not add 5,000 or even add 10,000. But look at all the kind of money, little money that she's adding. Is that the kind of money that she's going to use to get herself, I don't know what to say, to buy a car, or to buy secret land? For how long is she going to add it? Let's say, for example, she wants to make soup, and to make a pot of soup will cost her like 50,000 naira. And now she now said the money is 100,000. I mean, the 50,000 on it, is it even too much? I do not advise wives to be doing that, but I just want to let you know that even if some wives are doing it, all the wives are not doing it. And sincerely, if your wife is doing it, you have to look and see, why is your wife adding such little amount of money? What kind of greed will make her to just add something? What is she doing with that money? There is no way your wife will be doing something illegal with all those one naira that she's putting on top of the money. So that means there are things she wants to do personally, and the money you are giving her is not enough. I know about a woman that says that when the husband gives her feeding money in the house, she has no money for upkeep. I watched a video of a man advising other men, saying that feeding money, housekeeping money is different from upkeep money for your wife. Very different. So many men don't know this. So many men don't know this at all. When you give your wife money for school fees for the children, automatically that is the money she used to make her hair and do her own personal stuffs. Okay, if you know how it is for a wife, let's say a full-time housewife, to stay in the house, have no other source of income. Thank God for now that women can now work online, but it's not everybody that can do that. If you as a wife, because so many men end up telling their wife and say, stay at home, before the man, no, 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 resign from your work. I want somebody to be at home with our children. If you want her to be, automatically you are employing her, because there are a lot of things that maids would have done. I know some people cannot afford a maid, and yet they turn their wives into one and still refuse to at least pay her salary, even if it's half of what they would have paid a maid. Some men will get angry when their wife asks for extra money for themselves. And they get angry and say, I've been out there struggling and trying to bring in things so that we can feed these children, pay school fees and all that. So therefore, don't disturb me. Come on. Your wife is also a human being. And some men will go as far as saying, are you not eating in this? Or do you know how much? The other day I bought food stuff, check the pantry, there is food stuff everywhere. I bought the bag of rice, I bought 30 bag of rice, I bought, oh yeah, everything is in the house. My question for you is this. When you married your wife and brought her in, do you think It was hunger that pursued her out of her father's house, and she decided to marry you. Now you tell her there is yam, there is gari, there is rice in the house. Eh? You see, it is one thing if you are still struggling as a man. It is one thing if you are poor. It is one thing if your business is not doing well. But if you know you have enough, some people just do it out of sheer wickedness. That is why you see many rich men. You see them, they are rich men. But you see, despite the fact that they are rich, their wife is very, very unkept, looking unkept. Okay, even the fine car that they bought, they only bought it so that their wife can use it to be dropping the children in school or going to pick them up. But when you look at the woman will be looking tattered. I've seen many looking tattered. When I mean tattered, not looking like the money the husband has. You know, that is why I always advise women, try and make your own money. Have your own money, especially if you have already mistakenly entered a marriage that it didn't turn out the way you expected it's going to turn out. Okay? Make your own money. If the man is not playing his part to care for you and concentrates only on the children, do your own, make your own money. But that is the another funny thing for any man that cannot care for the wife and yet he is able to, they hardly even allow their wives to do something. That is wickedness. And let me advise such men, the table will turn. It is so sad that if your wife wants to get sanitary pad, she will have to add money into golden money, into noodles, into what she gets for the kids, so that she can have her own money. It is a sad thing, especially when you do not allow her to work because you want your children to be well taken care of. So at the end of the day, you automatically hire the maid. You marry the maid. If she's at home, you're not letting her work. The least you can do is you care for her very well, because where she's coming from, her parents were taking very good care of her. And now she came to your house, she's looking up at her. And you are complaining that your wife is lying to you, adding money into feeding money. No, what do you expect her to do? In as much as I don't advise it, but if she is in a desperate position, people are looking. Even you, are you not ashamed to see look at other wives, the wives of other friends, your colleagues? Do they look like your wife? You are here complaining because there is 500 extra 500 naira. Something is 1,000. She said it's 1,500. It is not okay for her to lie. Left with me. If I were you as a woman, don't lie. Just find a way, even if it's your relatives, to help you do something. It is usually insecurity, jealousy that will make a man to stop the wife from working and still be giving the wife little things that are not peanuts to care for herself. You give her little things that you know you can do more. Like I said, if you are struggling, it's a different case. As an understanding wife, you will know that, oh, this is not time for me to even care. Let me leave this cream. Let me leave this clothes first. Let's care for the children because they are the most important. But if you are not struggling and you know you are very well to do and you're punishing your wife, you give her feeding money and feeding money becomes her upkeep money. You because you bought food in the house, you think there is food in the house, and make sure there is food in the house, and make sure there is light, and make sure this is working, and make sure that is working. What else you want me to do? Oh, guy, that is wickedness. You're a very wicked man, and you have to repent today. And you know you are treating her wickedly, and you are here complaining that she's adding money to foodstuffs if she wants to go to market, to the extent that now you are now the one writing list. Shame on you. You are writing list. Come here. What did you say? Bring the oil. Let me see. What's the quantity remaining? Okay. And what about Maggie? How many is remaining there? Okay. This is the one you will buy. Then before that, you go and investigate to find out how much they are selling things in the market, so that she will not have 1 naira. So that she will not have even extra. She will not have extra. Don't you know that you are even supposed to add extra? If your wife wants to go to market, she wants to buy things worth 100,000, you are supposed to even give her 150 or 200 if you have it. Like I said, I know you have it, because if you're able to bring 100, there's no way you cannot bring 120 or 150. Add extra. Say, babe, in case there are other things that in case you needed something, in case you need something, and look at you complaining. My wife is adding 500 naira on top of fish money. It's such a shameful thing. Such a shameful thing. And yet people look at you as a big man. When they look at your wife staying in that fine house, they are envious of her. They don't know what she's going through, that she's suffering, that she needed to gather money like small money here and there for her to be able to even make her hair. and you are proud of yourself, you call yourself a man. Just stop complaining. Go and repent. Kneel down and beg God for forgiveness. Because not be hunger kill your wife for your papa house. They did not send her away from her father's house because of food. I mean, she did not she did not marry you. The father did not say, please marry my daughter. We are so hungry in this house. Hunger wants to kill us. So please marry my daughter. Make sure there is rice and plantain and yam inside the house. No, somebody raised her up to that. She ate. She was eating very well. That was why she grew and became beautiful that you saw her and decided to marry her. So stop using food stuff as an excuse to say you are taking care of your wife. Are you not eating? You yourself. You will eat and you will buy clothes. But she herself, she should sit down and be eating because food is a problem. Hmm? You have to stop that. So this is one of the major reasons. Only stingy men. When men are very stingy, those are the men that their wife add money, extra money to the things they get for the house. It is only a stingy man that the wife will lie to about money. A very stingy man that the wife will lie to about little money like that. Golden Mon, noodles is 10,000 and she will just say it's 15,000. What is 5,000 naira that she wants to add to it? Eh? If she wants to scam you, is it 5,000 naira? So if you want her, instead of you behaving in a way that made her to now become a liar, repent and take care of your wife. If you bring her, I promise you, if you do it, she will not lie to you. Give your wife good upkeep money and tell me what she's going to be doing with 2,000. Like I said, some people will say some women are so greedy. Anyway, maybe I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about really good women that you are not taking care of. And maybe another day we treat the ones that are very greedy that you can never satisfy them. We'll talk about those women. Okay. But for now, this is one of the major reasons your wife is adding money to upkeep money, to feeding money. It's because she wants extra for herself. Because those money she's adding is not enough for her to secretly buy a land and build a house. So thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel, this thing called Love, Relationship and Marriage, or just type in on YouTube at Sandra Wealth and we will pop up. God bless you.